Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. I have created art. Trouble is, I can't really move this chair now, so I'm gonna try to... What kind of art can I create? Can I let go? Oh, no, it does move the chair a little bit. Yeah, hey, I'm doing a little bit of recreational stupidity because that last episode that I just recorded, little bit on the intense side. I mean, I was being a little bit mentally, strenuous. I was trying to go through a recap of the story whilst being chased. Not literally. I'm not actually being chased, but the game is beginning to introduce a monster. How about we move a little further into that? The color, the neck, the noose. From the window he could see almost to the docks, where they were still pulling hair out of the gratings. God knows what it's about, says the paper boy. The talk is of murder. This game reassures me at every turn. Yeah, it's definitely a horror game. Horror game. That's kind of a weird word. It's so easy to just mumble that word, huh? Horror. Alright, where am I? I'm in a building not quite like the mansion I was in before. Okay. Good. Now, if I were to make a projection based on what I knew from the last game, it's any time now that the game is going to introduce a monster. In the previous game, it was episode 7 when the game finally brought a monster to me, introduced him, said, "Hi, how you do, sir?" It's gotta be soon. You see? Well. Let me check my journal before I answer the phone. The path is clear. It seems the chemical processor is merely one part of a much larger complex. No easy route for me, then. Will follow my fever, the calls of my children, wherever they may lead me as I move forward into this strange empire. You see, if you watched the previous episode and my ramblings about what I thought about the game, I think I might be touching upon something. All the suggestions of a large workforce, yet no actual signs of life. Well, there was a previous note, or one of those little, not gramophones, that mentioned that he had kind of an automated kind of thing. I mean, it was a factory after all. So maybe he automated the workers too somehow. It's every bit as if someone had attempted to carefully create the illusion of a working factory complex, yet this facade, when examined closely, is clearly just a falsification. But I must put aside my anxieties, quell the unease that pits my stomach, and continue on my path. That's interesting. So, a giant factory is maybe a front for something. Okay. Doors ajar. Yes.
I have such visions to share with thee. If my jaw be unshackled, and you harvest the crust from my eyes. Make me clean, madness, that my thoughts and words can unfouled be.
Yeah. There's a pig mask, by the way. I don't think we saw one at all in the previous episode. If you were, yeah. I had asked myself to create a counter, but I didn't bother because I didn't actually know what the significance of these things would be. I didn't, Ha! What you gonna do now, eh, buddy? Gonna, yeah, I'm gonna just budge you over here. Now there's no pig mask. Fuck pig masks. Okay. Moving forward. I should probably... I see. I'm sorry, I'm listening to the music. trying not to freak out. May 1st, 1899. But then, what if they could stand upright and walk as men? What if the brutes were harnessed thus? Would they sing? Would they find their own god? I have seen these things, and I will tell you now, no, they will not. But they will happily accept fealty to a god thrust upon them, and worship it thus given. In this I realized they are no different to the masses. They are much the same as us. Once this irrevocable threshold is passed, I understand that we too are shackled and must be set free. To free the man, we must cut the man. In order to cross that great evolutionary line, it must first be painted upon the ground. Interesting. Not sure what exactly it is that he's talking about. What he was referring to as a suit. Emergency desk suit. This man was friggin' prepared. Sometimes he has, wine or beer, emergency beer. Sometimes he has an emergency suit. I think I had mentioned in the previous episode how I have this belief that Mandus is now coming to terms with some of the things that he's done. Let me close this right now, just in case, because there's this door over here. I want to explore this right here. Yeah. Yes. I don't know. Something... A light already being on. In an area where lights generally aren't. That says something to me. Let me, just in case. I don't imagine that's actually going to cause much of a difference. Whoa. Oh God, yeah. Jesus. Jesus and God. Both of you. You're accountable. In America, they talk of building their cities to the skies. To me, this seems folly, but perhaps it is simply a case of a nation founded without a history of its own. We walk upon our histories, they are compacted into the very loam beneath our feet. The engineers we employed talked of this. They talked of how, when building the underground trains, they would often come across older tunnels crisscrossing the capital. What palaces lie buried beneath us? We are digging, excavating, and reappropriating what we find. At the center of the planet, my architect tells me, it's a great iron ball. It is the egg of the world. One of these days, this guy's gonna have to talk some friggin' sense. It's a whole lot of poetry. That's real nice. It's very charming. I mean, I guess I can't expect that much. I mean, in the previous game, they had all this prose and no poetry at all, in fact. I don't pay attention, enough attention to these paintings. This one over here. We got a gramophone. I don't know if we can actually do anything with it. Can I crank it? No, this is not Justine. Oh, that's a creepy-ass frickin' painting. I don't know why it's giving me the jimmies. Now, the problem with these horror games is that it just sets my mind all over the friggin' place. Especially when there are things to think about. Something about that door. That must lead to the outside. Look at the fog around it. I'm gonna have a look in here. Now, if we remember what happened in previous episodes, there's a preference by a Mr. Mandus to have secrets. They are not necessarily there. I could just be projecting. However, why not? Let's have a look. Let's at least look. Maybe I have to... No, maybe there... I mean, yeah, maybe there isn't. Fine. Why was the lights on? Were the lights on? Ah, windows. See, now... See, if I see a window, and maybe the opportunity to see through it, I immediately think to Resident Evil. Maybe I shouldn't. See? Outside. Am I good or what? Let me close this. I don't want to have anybody sneak up on me. What do we see here? Am I in a separate building? I think I can make that assumption. We integrate the very latest knowledge of chemistry, using low levels of laudanum derivative in feed to subdue the product even before the initiation of the process. This means that when we drag them from holding pens onto the line, they are less likely to panic and damage the machine components, other products, or themselves. This section of the belt is sheathed in rubber and kept well lit to maintain good spirits. And we have actually found that the intelligent placement of gramophones and simple acoustic amplification tubes around the line means that we can use music to further soothe the product. We find Debussy particularly effective in this regard. I'm piecing together that this was a meat factory. An automated one. What that meat is made from? That's a fine question. I think you can kind of get my implication, right? What I am implying. Warning, fuel pumps, volatile chemicals are in use. These materials are highly corrosive. Wear protection. I don't have protection. I don't know who you expect me to be right now. I'm Mendes. I need no protection. What I need instead is a security blanket. Maybe that's a form of protection. Boy, look at how terrible this all looks. Look! Ooh, are those... From over here, is that... What is that over there? Is that bags of things, or is that... Can I... Good. I cannot. Boy, that's a little well lit. I've mentioned in this series before... Staging... There's a little bit of light that probably shouldn't be hitting this. Unless it's coming from about up there. It's almost like a spotlight, huh? Yeah, see, the lights on the walls, believable. But there's no lights above that, so why approach it? Are these pigs? These are pigs. Yeah, look at them. Too bad I can't pick up a hammer or any of these tongs. They would make fine weapons. I apparently have been scribbling. It appears to be some kind of fueling station. I've seen automobiles demonstrated at Mr. Yarnum. Sorry, Yarham. What games have I been playing? And Mr. Simmons' works, but the smell here is all wrong. This is not petroleum. Of that I'm sure. Everything suggests to me that this machine must be significant in some way. Well, you know, the game is called The Machine for Pigs. We got some pigs right here. I don't know, this is a little bit of 1 on 1 plus 1, if you ask me. Truck fueling station, that's not necessarily fuel it's got inside there. Let's see, can I... Ah, yes, I can. Ooh. Ooh. Oh. I was wondering where there might be some physics. Oh, I really shouldn't. I mustn't. Okay. Okay, so that door doesn't open. This door over here doesn't open. I don't know if that... if I could interact with that at all. However, I'll try to keep that in mind in case I get stuck. Let's keep moving. I'm sorry, pig. I'm sorry it had to be you. Ugh. Good habit. Why can I move pig carcasses, but I can't move with that much else? Good? Oh man. Something's gonna happen pretty soon, I bet ya. And I'm not gonna be ready for it. I'm gonna be terrified, I'm gonna freeze. Oh, hang on. What is a hidey hole doing here, huh? September 28th, 1899. Imagine, they say, a machine one day that might think like a man. As if this is to be desired. One might be almost boast of creating a man who breathes like a pig. Men and women upon all fours rutting carelessly, ejaculating their filthy little missives into the streets, alleys... Sorry, that was a punctuation mark. Alleys and gutters running freely with the careless spill of their conjoinings. The air thick with the whimperings of lust. Bodies streaked with their own emissions. Sorry, I can't help but imagine some of this. We have created a world where man is so utterly debased he will spray his seed over passersby, and yet this is the condition Babbage aspired to. No, this is not the machine we seek. Such an entity should be nothing less than a deity, and we would fall upon our knees and worship it. We shall not carve gods to bicker and fornicate. They will exist to clean the world and set us free. I reject Babbage, as I reject these men of government. Let the pigs copulate in the gutters whilst they can. We can scoop them up and ease their ascension soon enough. I gotta say, if this is all Mr. Mandus's writing, I admire how powerful how much conviction, how much, I guess, what that was the good word, power, he puts into his writing. That's a hidey hole. I'm leaving that door open just in case. Just in case. Yeah. Alright, nope, no physics on this pulley thing, huh? Okay. Ooh. The further we move in, man, the more likely it is that something's gonna scare me half or maybe 3/4 of the way to death. I don't like this at all. I'm telling you right now. I don't like this. I don't know where I can hide. I can hide behind there if it comes from that direction. If it comes from this direction, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Maybe run. But I'm not going to use the light. I remember the tooltip that the game gave me, that the light actually serves to get the monster's attention. Monster. That's a heck of a presumption right there. But that's what it said. It'll get someone's attention. Yee. Yeah, this is nice over here. Fairly nice. Look at that moon. A huge ass moon. This is Bell Yard. Yeah, they said so. Something about being outside.
Come on, Papa. Let's climb this one. I can see more pictures at the top.
Oh. Mandusco. The meat processing factory. Yay, see? I might have been onto something earlier. I wonder how likely it is that a scary would happen when kids are involved. That is an interesting question. Is this a door? Suppose it could have been a door. Man. We still got some smoke coming out of those chimneys, huh? Got some windows open. I didn't even notice that before. Got a way in over here. Mandusco Meat Processing Factory, Anno 1828. It's been going on for a while, huh? Yep. Ladies and gentlemen, we have come far enough for one episode. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned, and we're going to get further into this folly. Yeah. Thanks and take care.